The real meaning of when the party's over is a little different than one might think. And that meaning is how you can communicate what you need. And in this video, we're going to dive deep into the lyrics of this song and learn how we can apply that to our lives. Hey friends, welcome to Music, Mood, and Mindset. I'm Krista, and this is the place where music lovers come to learn from lyrics, music, and artists who have a deep and significant message to teach us. When the Party's Over was released on October 17th, 2018. The song was written and produced solely by Finneas O'Connell, Billie Eilish's brother, which, guys, that is unheard of in the music industry. Like, in the last song, we talked about how there was like 5 different writers, and usually there's like 10 writers or 12 writers. But Finneas created this song basically on his own and had his sister perform it. What's also really neat about how they made this song is Finneas has said that they make all of their music in their childhood room, which is nuts. I mean, you think about recording professional music or music that's going to top the charts, and you think, oh, you got to have an expensive studio. Of course. But they didn't have any of that. And somehow they made it work. He gave an interview with a magazine, which I'll be honest with y'all, I don't remember which one. And he described what inspired him to write this song. He says, and I quote, "Conceptually, most of that song came to me on a drive home from the house of a girl I was dating. It's one of those cases where I left her house kind of for no reason. I just sort of said, yeah, I gotta go home. I remember driving home, and there's this freeway in LA, the 2. I was driving down the 2 back to my house, and it's a very quiet kind of freeway. It just turns around a mountain. I remember just having that quiet when I'm coming home, and I'm on my own. I could say I like it like that, like it like that. When you're the one putting it into something, you're not actually happy about it. You're not enjoying it, but you feel compelled to for some reason. I feel like there's a kind of safety in not letting yourself become fully invested in something." And like most people who listen to a song that they didn't write, Billie has her own interpretation of what she thinks that the song means aside from Finneas. And she says, I quote, "It's not really I'm sad, you know what I mean? So when the party's over, I feel like it's such a sentence. It's like, I'll call you when the party's over. You're on the phone with somebody and you can't hear them. They can't hear you. It's loud. You're mad. They're mad at you for some reason. I feel like everybody's had that struggle with someone. Somebody on the phone yelling for some reason, and you're just like, you know what? Effing leave me alone." Even though Billie didn't have a hand in writing the song, she did have a very heavy hand in creating the music video. What inspired the music video was a fan giving one of her security guards a drawing of her. And she said she stared at that drawing for a number of minutes and got really inspired by it. She ended up creating this gorgeous scene. And if you have a chance, please check out the music video. It is stunning and a work of art, and you can tell that she put a lot of thought into how she could take Finneas's ideas and emotions and turn that into a visual representation. All right, we're getting into the lyrics. Let me grab my handy dandy laptop because I'm filming on my phone, and I'll take a sip of my giant water bottle. Chug it down because we're gonna get deep in here. Okay, here we go. Breaking down the lyrics. I'll scoot on over a little bit so that we have room for the lyrics. Don't you know I'm no good for you? And I think a lot of us have felt this way. I've learned to lose you, can't afford to. Whew, that's very deep. I've learned to lose you. So maybe somebody that has trouble believing that someone's going to stick around, Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding, but nothing ever stops you leaving. So there's somebody that says, if I care too much about about you and I give of myself, then you might end up leaving me. And now we get to the chorus that says, quiet when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. I could lie and say I like it like that, like it like that, like it like that. There's a lot of people, as I said in the beginning, that aren't expressing what they need to the people in their lives. A lot of times people will just say what they think they need to say in order to be liked or to keep the relationship or to keep somebody from leaving them. Or maybe they'll just leave first. Second verse. Don't you know too much already? So again, fear of getting too close. I'll only hurt you if you let me. So being scared of their shortcomings. Call me friend, but keep me closer. And then there's a very lo-fi part that says, call me back. And I'll call you when the party's over. Third verse. But nothing is better sometimes. Once we both said our goodbyes, let's just let it go. Let me let you go. Wow. Yeah, that's someone that's really struggling. Absolutely. This is someone who is terrified to ask for what they need. So instead of risking being vulnerable and putting themselves out there and asking for what it is that they want from this potential person in their life, they decide instead that they'd rather have nothing and walk out before this other person can walk out on them. All right, everybody, I got 3 final takeaways for this song. Like I said at the beginning, the message of the song is learning how we can ask for what we need. And this song is more of a cautionary tale of what happens when you don't ask for what you need. First takeaway is being able to express what you need. You got to tell people what you need. You got to let them know that you're scared of them leaving, that you need them to be around, that you need them to call you. And if they're not willing to do that, friends, then chances are they're probably not the person for you, especially if you're someone who has abandonment issues or for whom people leaving you first is a really touchy thing. You need to communicate that to that person that you're building a relationship with, whether it's romantic or it's a little bit deeper of a friendship. It's something that really needs to be talked about. The second takeaway that we can get from this song is that you need to pay attention to your own sore spots. Are you somebody that walks away before someone else can hurt you? Are you somebody that distances yourself? And don't be afraid to reach out for a therapist or to people close to you to help you and talk to you about these issues that may be recurring in your life. The third and final takeaway is that you only live once. And the third point is really a reiteration of the first one, which is tell people how you feel. Tell them how you feel. And the reason why I'm repeating that and kind of a trick thing, saying there's 3 things when there's really only 2 things, is that I believe that this is one of the biggest sources of pain for so many people. There could be so many less hurt feelings and so many less traumas if we're able to just freely express how we feel to the people in our lives. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to comment any requests, what you thought about this video, any stories you'd like to share, or anything else you feel like, because the truth of the matter is YouTube pays attention to the comments. And if you want to see more of this content, your contribution matters, my friends. It really does. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video.